Greetings and welcome to this Wednesday's 3 Good Minutes. My title is Little Lights. One of my seminary professors, Dr. Stephen Harper, maintains a vigorous Facebook page he calls Little Lights. He said that he found the metaphor little lights in Amy Carmichael's writings, where she noted that oil lamps in ancient times only illuminated the next few steps, but that's enough to make a long journey. Steve goes on to say that there are times of magnificent brightness in the spiritual life, but God most often guides us with little lights. Nearly every day he shares one of his quotes, which I always read with a great deal of interest and nostalgia from my seminary days with Steve. One of his recent quotes shined a particularly bright little light on my path, and I want to share it with you. He writes, "Sacred texts, like the Bible, are not given to us to formulate doctrines, but to form lives. The main question after we read a text is not, what should I believe, but rather, how should I live? By comparison or contrast, every passage is an invitation to live as God intends. Theology is a means, not an end." Steve has certainly picked up on how many American Christians have been sold such a bill of goods by their churches. In fact, when we look around, we see Christians struggling mightily with issues of ego, control, power, money, pleasure, and security, just like everyone else. We think that if we have proper theology or right belief and nod our heads to the right doctrines, then we need to do no more. Right belief, some think, articulated in a believer's prayer or creed, saves us. I don't think this was Jesus' aim at all. If we take the Beatitudes and his parable seriously, Jesus is calling us to kingdom living in the here and now, not so much trying to get us into the afterlife. The real gospel is meant for deep transformation of the self, so that we lose our tendencies toward consumerism, pride, war-making, racism, class consciousness, and, as we're hearing on our series this fall, all our addictions. When we read the Bible, perhaps we should ask ourselves the question, what is the text calling me to do? Then we will perceive the theology embedded in the text as a means to transformation, not an end in and of itself. May we find many little lights along the journey of our lives. Amen.